My father didn't hesitate. He didn't clear his throat, didn't shift in his chair, didn't glance at me for permission or even acknowledgement. At the will reading, inside a quiet sun-striped conference room that smelled of old paper and something faintly metallic, he simply said, "Your sister receives 11 million. You'll have to earn your own life." Not cruel. Not dramatic. Just final. The words floated over the polished table like dust caught in late afternoon light, settling on me without mercy. My sister lit up instantly, eyes widening, lips curving into that bright, practiced smile she'd perfected since childhood. My mother dabbed at her eyes, pretending it was emotion instead of relief. The lawyer cleared his throat politely, but his gaze flicked toward me with something like caution. I sat very still. Not frozen. Just still enough to hear the faint hum of the fluorescent light overhead and the soft rustle of the papers in front of us. My father leaned back, satisfied. My mother squeezed my sister's hand. My sister whispered almost sweetly, "Don't be sad, Hannah. You were never really built for responsibility." The sting wasn't new, just freshly sharpened. My name is Hannah Cole. I'm 33 years old, and the day my dad told me to go earn my own life at my sister's $11 million inheritance meeting was the day a secret meant only for me cracked the room in half. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts. It means more than you know. The lawyer, Grandpa's lawyer, not my father's, cleared his throat once more, slower this time. "There is one remaining item," he said. Dad waved a dismissive hand. "It'll be sentimental. Just read it." But the lawyer didn't obey the dismissiveness in his tone. He straightened his back, set his glasses more firmly on the bridge of his nose, and lifted a sealed cream envelope with a gold stamp. He held it carefully, almost reverently. "This," he said, "was left specifically for Hannah. Strict instruction, to be opened only in her presence." The atmosphere shifted. Not violently, but unmistakably. My sister's smile faltered. My mother's brows pulled tight. My father's jaw twitched. "Why her?" my sister asked quickly. The lawyer didn't respond. He simply turned the envelope toward me, letting me see my name written in my grandfather's familiar handwriting, sharp strokes softened by age. A memory drifted through me. Grandpa sitting with me on the porch one autumn evening, telling me stories about the early days of his company. The way he smelled of cedar and black coffee. The way he paused before saying, "People will try to shrink you, Hannah. Don't let them." I blinked the memory away. The lawyer held the envelope in both hands. "Permission to read aloud?" he asked. I nodded. "Please." He broke the seal carefully. The room leaned forward, emotionally if not physically. He unfolded the letter. The paper made a soft crackling sound. My mother placed a hand over her heart. My father watched with an expression somewhere between annoyance and suspicion. My sister rolled her eyes but leaned in anyway. The lawyer began reading. "My dear Hannah, if you are hearing this, it means the truth has finally reached the room." The first line landed like a pebble tossed into still water, small but rippling outward with inevitable force. "I know how often you were overlooked. I know how quietly you carried weight that wasn't yours. And I know how many times you were made to believe you lacked something, when in truth you simply lacked support." My mother shifted uncomfortably. My sister's cheeks reddened. The lawyer continued, voice steady. "Your father believes money teaches strength. Your mother believes favor equals love. Your sister believes inheritance is entitlement." Dad stiffened, ready to interrupt, but the lawyer raised a hand gently. "There's more," he said. He kept reading. "But I believe in you. Not loudly. Not extravagantly. But deeply. The way a person believes in things that endure." My breath hitched. "Just once. Quietly." Dad scoffed. "All very poetic, but—" "Let him finish," Mom whispered. The letter went on. "The 11 million was never the test. The real measure of this family comes now. Because what I left for you, Hannah, required strength none of them bothered to see in you." My sister leaned forward, gripping the table edge. "What did he leave you?" she snapped. The lawyer didn't answer her. He continued. "You will find enclosed a sealed directive. Contains the truth I trusted only you with. Open it when instructed. Your voice will shake this room, Hannah. And finally they will listen." The lawyer lowered the letter. No one spoke. Not for several seconds. My father broke the silence first. This is absurd. What truth? What directive? She can't possibly. But the lawyer was already reaching into the envelope again. There is indeed a second document, he said, lifting a sealed gray packet. Legally binding. And time to be opened, now. My mother inhaled sharply. My sister clutched her purse so tightly the strap dug into her hand. My father stood. Sit, the lawyer said quietly. This concerns you all. Dad did not sit. But he stayed still. The lawyer placed the gray packet on the table gently, like setting down something alive. Hannah, he said, sliding it toward me, this is yours to open. My fingertips brushed the seal. Something inside me trembled. Not fear. Not excitement. Something deeper. Something like recognition. The recognition of a moment I hadn't known I was moving toward. Before I opened it, I looked up at the room. My sister, glittering with expectation and dread. My mother, nostrils flared, eyes wet. My father, angry in ways he didn't yet understand. And across all of them I saw the same truth. None of them believed I had anything powerful enough to change the narrative. They were wrong. I broke the seal. The tearing sound felt strangely loud. Like the ripping open of a future they didn't expect me to own. Inside was a single sheet of heavy stock paper and a USB drive. I unfolded the paper. The heading alone changed the air in the room. Legal ownership transfer. Hartwell Family Holdings. Sole beneficiary, Hannah Cole. My sister inhaled sharply. My father's face drained of color. My mother gripped the table. I blinked, once slowly trying to process the words. The entire family investment portfolio. The properties. The shares. The business rights. All transferred. To me. Under Grandpa's signature. The lawyer cleared his throat. Mr. Hartwell, he said calmly, redirected nearly everything into Hannah's name before he passed. His video explanation is on the USB. My father slammed his hand on the table. No, absolutely not. That portfolio was meant for whoever he trusted, the lawyer finished. And he trusted Hannah. Mom whispered, voice cracking. But why? Before I could speak. Before the lawyer could say more. My sister leaned forward, eyes blazing. No. She doesn't deserve this. I'm the older one. I'm the responsible one. I met her eyes. Are you? She froze. Not because of the question, but because she didn't have the answer. Not an honest one. And in that moment, that single breathless moment, the room understood the shift. Not loud. Not dramatic. But undeniable. Everything had changed. And I wasn't done yet. The conference room felt smaller now. The windows were still open to the winter light, the city humming beyond the glass, but suddenly the air carried a different kind of pressure. A tight electric stillness that didn't belong to buildings or traffic. It belonged to truth. The lawyer placed the USB drive gently on the table. Per Mr. Hartwell's instruction, he said, the video must be viewed immediately. My father's jaw clenched hard enough that the muscles trembled. This is unnecessary, he snapped. Whatever manipulation. Sit down, my mother whispered sharply. Her voice cracked in a way I had never heard before. He didn't sit, but he stopped talking. The lawyer connected the USB to a small monitor on the side table. The screen flickered, then steadied. Grandpa appeared, alive. Composed in that calm, collected way only very powerful or very gentle men ever truly master. He wore a soft navy sweater, glasses low on his nose, the fireplace behind him glowing like a warm, private sun. He looked directly into the camera, into us. If you are watching this, it means my final decisions have been delivered. My sister tensed so hard her chair creaked. Grandpa continued. I want to begin with this. Money reveals people. Character keeps them. My mother's throat bobbed. I have watched my family for many years, he said calmly. Watched how praise landed. Watched how responsibility shifted. Watched who carried weight, and who handed it off. My father opened his mouth, but my mother touched his wrist, silencing him. Grandpa's tone softened. Hannah. My name felt like a warm hand on my shoulder. You stood beside me when no one else did. You listened without needing to impress. You handled more than people realized. And you handled it quietly. The way strong people do. The words moved through me, slow, steady, settling somewhere deep. He continued. Your sister was raised to expect reward. Your mother, approval. Your father, control. My parents' faces tightened, but Grandpa's voice never wavered. And you? You were raised to shrink. A soft breath escaped me. Not grief. Recognition. That ends today, he said. My sister slammed her hand on the table. What is this? Why are you saying that? Why her? The video kept playing. I did not leave Hannah the largest share of wealth because she is perfect. I left it to her because she grew, despite being given the least. My mother began to cry silently. I watched her be told she was irresponsible, while handling responsibilities no one else saw. I watched her be denied chances, while giving chances to others. And I watched her be excluded, while still showing up. His eyes softened in that familiar way. The way they did when he told me stories under the old maple tree. Strength is not loud. It is consistent. The room grew still. No breath. No shuffle. No rebuke. Just stillness. Hannah is the only one I trust. To lead what I built with integrity. He does not seek power. Which is exactly why she deserves it. My sister's face crumpled. She doesn't even want it, she yelled. The video answered her. Wanting power is not the same as honoring it. And Hannah honors everything she touches. My father finally sat down, slowly, heavily, defeated. Grandpa concluded. To the rest of you, this is not punishment. This is correction. What you chose to overlook in Hannah was the very thing that made her worthy. Treat her with respect from this day forward. You may walk beside her again. If you don't, you will not. The screen went black. The silence that followed wasn't shocked or angry. It was shattered. My mother wiped her cheeks with shaking hands. I didn't know, she whispered. Hannah, I didn't realize we made you feel so small. You didn't make me feel small, I said quietly. You treated me small. My sister looked at me, eyes red, voice shaking. I thought Dad was right. I thought you weren't serious enough or strong enough. I never saw you the way Grandpa did. That's because you weren't looking, I said. He flinched. Not in pain. In understanding. My father leaned forward, elbows on his knees, head hung low. Hannah, he said. I was hard on you because... No, I cut in. You were hard on me because you didn't respect me. That's different. He closed his mouth. Then nodded. Slow, reluctant, honest. The lawyer cleared his throat softly. There is still one matter, he said. The portfolio's control is fully Hannah's. No cosigners. No shared oversight. My mother inhaled sharply. So, she can make all decisions? Yes. My sister swallowed. So if she wants, she could cut us out? I looked at them. Really looked at them. And something inside me softened but didn't bend. I don't want to cut anyone out, I said. I just want a family that doesn't fold me away like a spare napkin. My mother cried again. We can do better, she whispered. My sister nodded rapidly. I want to try, she said. Really try. My father's voice came low. I don't know how to fix what I did. But I can listen. If you let me. I let the moment settle. It wasn't forgiveness. Not yet. Maybe not soon. But it was truth. And truth was enough for now. I stood. I'm taking a few days, I said. I need to think. I need space. My mother nodded through tears. My sister squeezed her hands together. My father bowed his head slightly, humbled. The lawyer closed the folder gently. When you're ready, Hannah, he said, your grandfather's office is yours. My chest tightened. With grief. With relief. With something like purpose. I gathered the envelope, the USB, the transfer papers. Then I walked toward the door. My mother whispered behind me. Hannah, are you leaving? I turned back. I'm arriving, I said softly. Then I stepped into the hallway. Lighter, steadier. Carrying a life no one expected me to hold. Outside, winter sunlight spilled across the floor, warm despite the cold. I whispered to myself. If you've lived anything like this, tell your story. And don't forget to subscribe. Then I exhaled, feeling the weight shift off my shoulders as the future opened quietly in front of me. Sometimes power chooses quietly.